Now we are going to start our class. हाँ करे चली तो मेरे से अच्छी ना recording. अच्छे भी ना. So अच्छी और निशान भी. Now we are starting our lecture. Now only 73 students are with us. So बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. शुरू कयूं था अल्लाह जे नाले ते जेको महिरबानी बाजार हुआ ऐं असां सभिनी ते रहम करण वारो आहे ऐं ब्लेसिंग करण वारो आहे. The topic for today's lecture is this is my email address given on the screen. Today is the 23rd July and topic for today's class is the diabetes mellitus. So topic for today's class is the diabetes mellitus. As you all know that diabetes mellitus is commonly also known as a diabetes, where it is the 7th leading cause of the death globally. Diabetes mellitus is at least double the person's risk of the early death as compared to the normal death. It was a study in that 2019 which shows that approximately 4.2 million people died due to the diabetes mellitus, and it is the 7th leading cause of the death globally. Diabetes mellitus can be defined as a elevated blood sugar level associated with the absent or inadequate pancreatic insulin secretion with or without impairment of the insulin actions on the target sites or the cells. Whereas diabetes mellitus is a group of the metabolic disorder or syndrome, and it's a lifelong clinical syndrome characterized by extracellular hyperglycemia or intracellular hypoglycemia, glycosuria, glucose in the urine, and metabolic acidosis or ketoacidosis can be occur in the case of the diabetic mellitus. Whereas another diabetes, the diabetes insipidus, which is due to the deficiency of the antidiuretic hormone, and that is related with the increase the urine output. We are concerned with the diabetes mellitus, and commonly we say it is a diabetes. So diabetes means diabetes mellitus. It is a metabolic disorder and long lifelong clinical syndrome caused by extracellular hyperglycemia, intracellular hypoglycemia, and glycosuria and ketoacidosis. Classical signs and symptoms of the diabetes mellitus are classical signs and symptoms of diabetes, especially the diabetes type 1, that's a insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus. Classical signs and symptoms of the diabetes mellitus 1, especially the insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus, they are the polydipsia, means the increase the take of the water. Second sign and symptom of the diabetes mellitus is that polyphagia, zyada khana, excessive food intake. Third sign and symptom of the, please unmute your mics. Third one is a polyuria, excessive urination. Fourth one sign of symptom of the is a weight loss. Fifth one is the fatigueness, weakness, tiredness is also the symptom of the typical diabetes mellitus, especially the type 1 diabetes mellitus, but it can be also present. These signs and symptoms can be also present in the type 2 diabetes mellitus, which is a non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Along with that, also patient can feel the nausea, vomiting, fatigue, tiredness, abdominal pain. Also in the female, disturbance in the menstruation or absence of the menstruation can be occur, which can lead to the secondary infertility. Erectile dysfunction can be occur in the men. These are the symptoms and signs can be occur with the diabetes mellitus. In the acute complication of the diabetes mellitus, that diabetic ketoacidosis can be occur. And also hyperosmolar hyperglycemic state can be occur, means the hyperglycemia, increase the blood sugar level will be occur. Also the increase the excretion of the sugar in the urine occur. There is a long-term complication of the diabetes when diabetes is older than 5 or 7 years. Uncontrolled diabetes can produce a lot of the complications, which can be peripheral vascular diseases, diabetic retinopathy, diabetic nephropathy, diabetic neuropathy can be occur in the long-term complication of the persistent diabetes mellitus, uncontrolled diabetes mellitus. Also, diabetic foot can be occur because in the diabetes, the wound healing process is delay. Therefore, diabetic foot complication can be occur with the diabetes mellitus. Also, the skin and mucous membrane problem, pruritus, allergy can be occur with the diabetic complication. Also, there is a disturbance in the metabolic process. Hyperlipidemia can be occur. Atherosclerosis can be produced. Chronic coronary heart disease can be increased. Chances of the cardiac heart disease, chronic coronary heart disease increases. Also, there will be the cognitive impairment also occur with the complication of the diabetes mellitus. So, diabetes can be caused the pruritus skin problem, can be caused the burning of the hands sensation, can be caused the visual disturbance, can be caused the diabetic foot, can be caused the diabetic foot, can be caused the burning of the hands, burning of the feet, can be caused the skin problem, can be caused the blurring of the vision, and also can be caused the cataract, which can cause the loss of the vision. Also, the complication of the diabetes mellitus can be cause the blindness due to the complication of diabetic foot or infection in the toe. Thus, after surgery, removal of the toe can be occur, can be the amputation of the leg, can be the part of the management of the complication of diabetes mellitus. Then prosthesis, artificial leg can be the alternate, can be the increase the number of patient in the hospital can be increased. Early chances of the death can be occur, and the other complication, morbidity, morbidity can be increased. Also, it can be cost effective. So these are the things which are related with the diabetes mellitus. Please, student, unnecessarily unmute your mics. Do not open your mics unnecessarily. So, diabetes mellitus, they are mainly classified in the two categories, but there are other types of the diabetes mellitus. One is the type 1 diabetes mellitus, that is the insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Second type of the diabetes is non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Non-insulin diabetes mellitus. And third type of the diabetes mellitus is the drug-induced diabetes mellitus, or complication of that, like the pancreatectomy, corticosteroid, stress, can be increase the blood growth hormone. Tumors can be increase the blood glucose level, which can be also. And the fourth one type of the diabetes mellitus is also called the pregnancy-induced diabetes mellitus or gestational diabetes mellitus, which is produced during the pregnancy, where the placental hormone create an insulin resistance, which can be cause the increase the blood sugar level. But after the termination of the pregnancy, this type of the gestational diabetes mellitus is not. Whereas in the management of gestational diabetes or the diabetes mellitus in the pregnant lady, insulin is the preferable choice, or insulin related product are the preferable choice, where the oral hypoglycemia other drugs are not preferable. So related to treatment of the diabetes mellitus or the management of the diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus. Related to the management of the diabetes mellitus. There's a decrease the food, decrease the over intake of the sugar containing compound beverages, thadals, sharbats, and all these things. So one of the step of the management of the diabetes mellitus is to stop the overeating of the food, overeating of carbohydrate diets, overeating of the sugar diets, carbohydrate products, that should be stopped. One way of the management. Second way of the management of the diabetes mellitus is that to reduce the weight, decrease it. And reduction of weight can be occur by decrease the input of the calories like the carbohydrate, fats, and the sweets product. And second one is by doing the exercise. Regular punctual exercise is the most important part for the management of the diabetes mellitus. In the initial phase, restriction of the food intake and the exercise are the ideal management pattern for the management of the diabetes mellitus. But if these are failed, like the diet and the exercise, then we will go on the drug therapy. That is a pharmacological agents or drugs which are used for the management of diabetes mellitus. So target of the treatment related to the drug is that we use such type of the drugs which can be increase the amount of the insulin secreted by the pancreas. One way of the treatment target. Second one is that increase the sensitivity of the target organ by the insulin. Third is the agents which decrease the rate of the absorption of the glucose from the gut. And the fourth one is the replacement of the natural insulin or endogenous insulin by the exogenous insulin. By exogenous insulin, we can cover up the deficiency of the endogenous insulin. So these are the target sites of the drug therapy. Either we increase the secretion of the insulin from the pancreas, that is a natural penicillin. Either we increase the sensitivity of the target organ, either we decrease the absorption of the glucose or glucose-like product, sugar-like product from the GIT, and either we give the analog of the insulin for the management of the diabetes. So drug for diabetes mellitus can be one group of the drug, insulin, which is the parenteral preparation along the other parenteral preparation, and second group of that is commonly called the oral hypoglycemic agents. So drugs for the this is a list of the oral hypoglycemic agents. This is a list of the oral hypoglycemic from the Lippincott: acarbose, alogliptin, bromocriptin, canalofloxacin, cloestatin, and the rest of the glipizide, glyburide. These are the rest of metformin. These are the drugs which are come under the heading of oral hypoglycemic agent, but they have the different action. Second group of the drugs which are given by the parenteral route are the insulin and their preparation, insulin preparations. And the
जल्दी निकल, ऐसा भी क्या रगड़ा होगा।
Third one group of the amylin analog like the pramlintide, and the fourth one group of the drugs which are given the parental protein receptor agonist. Bete, please unmute your mics. Otherwise, I will be unmute your mics. And stop the crying of the children.
अभी ले आएंगे हम, आज अंदर आना है तो चलो आप आइए, बहना के साथ खेलो आप, जाओ। मैं आ रही हूँ थोड़ी देर में, कपड़े चेंज करके आ रहे, आ जाओ।
कपड़े बाद में चेंज करवा लेना।
अंदर अंदर hand it up.
And the another group of the drug is the glucagon-like peptides, 1 receptor agonist, L-B-glutide, dulaglutide, and the rest of the drugs. These are the drugs which are given by the parental route, and whereas this group of the drug is given by the oral route. Normally, when we take the food, within 10 to 15 minutes, insulin level is increased, reach at the peak level, and then decreases with the passage of time. But in the case of the diabetes 2 patients, there will be less increase the level of and slowly and gradual increase of the insulin occur in the type 2 diabetes. Whereas in type 1 diabetes, which is an insulin dependent diabetes, there will be no any release of the insulin occur from the pancreas when we take the food, and therefore in the glucose tolerance state, when given by the glucose given by the infusion, in the glucose tolerance state, immediately if with the infusion of the glucose we get the increase the level of the insulin secretion and then decrease slowly and gradually with the passage of time. But in the case of the diabetes 2 mellitus, there will be no slowly increase of the insulin occur, but not at the level of the sufficient level to maintain or minimize the level of the glucose at the normal range. But in the type 1 diabetes, which is insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, there will be no release of the insulin occur with this. Whereas normally diabetes can be produced by either inadequate insulin secretion from the beta cells, insulin secretion by the beta cells from the pancreas, beta cells of the Langerhans from the pancreas, either there is insulin resistance in peripheral tissue which can be either increase the production of the glucose occur from the liver, which can lead to the hyperglycemia, or decrease the glucose uptake by the adipose tissue and the by skeletal muscle, which can be finally lead to the increase the level of the blood glucose level or hyperglycemia, which can be cause of the diabetes. And second cause or most important cause is the decrease the production of the insulin from beta cells of the pancreas. So these are the main two causes of the along the secondary causes. Insulin normally in the normal when we take the food, there is a relative insulin secretion occur, but when in the glucose tolerance test, if this is impaired, then only with the diet we can control the level of the glucose. But in the type 2 diabetes mellitus, in the first year of the disease, we can only control the diabetes with the diet, with the exercise, and plus the use of the oral hypoglycemic that is metformin. But as the period of the diabetes increases, we require the multiple therapy along the diet, exercise, and other things, multiple therapy or combination therapy. But more than the 15 years, definitely for the better results and decrease the progress of the complications already produced by the diabetes mellitus, we must shift the patient on the injection that is a preferable choice to minimize the further progress in the conditions like retinopathy, renopathy, neuropathy, peripheral vascular diseases, and other complications. Insulin is given by the subcutaneous injection. Insulin can be given by the emergency shot taken by the IV. Insulin can be, in the rare case, can be given by the intramuscular route, but normally, routinely, insulin is given by the subcutaneous way. But in the emergency, in the diabetic ketosis, or in the severe hyperglycemia, coma stress patient, we can give the insulin by the IV route. Also, insulin can be given by the inhalational route. This is the route of the administration of the insulin. Pancreas, as you all know, this is the exocrine as well as endocrine gland. Endocrine consists of 1 million isolated Langerhans with 4 type of the cells which produce different type of alpha cells produce the glucagon, proglucagon, which are responsible for the increase the blood glucose level, where the beta cells are they are produce the proinsulin, insulin, and C peptide, isolated amyloid polypeptide, which are responsible for decrease the glucose levels. Whereas the insulin has the shorter half-life, it will be degraded within a time, which is a short 2 to 3 minutes. Therefore, for assessment of the insulin level, we prefer the C peptide, which is also co-released with the insulin and which can determine the function of the beta cells of the Langerhans of the pancreas. Where the delta cell produces somatostatin, where the FPP cells produce pancreatic polypeptides enzymes. Insulin themselves, it is a proteolytic agent. It is a consists of the small proteins amino acid. Molecular weight is like out of the 5,808 contain 51 amino acid in 2 chain, A chain and B chain linked by this disulfide bond. They contain the A chain and the B chain, A chain and the B chain. B chain contain around about the 30 amino acids and the A chain contain around about the 31 amino acids, and they are bound with the disulfide bond, A chain and B chain. And entire human pancreas contain 8 milligram of insulin at a time, represent approximately 200 biological units of the insulin, and whereas 21 units of the insulin are equal to 1 milligram of, and normally it has been assumed that 1 unit of the insulin decrease around of 4 to 5 milligram of the blood sugar level in the body. So we are normally giving the dose of the insulin in the case of the emergency by calculating 4 to 5 milligram of the blood sugar level decreased by the per unit of the insulin. Process of insulin, hyperglycemia can result to the increase the intracellular ATP level. Increase intracellular level can be caused the close of the potassium channels. Closing of the potassium channel result to the depolarization of beta cells and opening of the calcium channels. Increase the intracellular calcium channel leads to the increase the level of the increase the glucose can cause the increase the production of the ATP. Increase the production of the ATPs can cause the closing of the activated potassium channel. Closing of the activated potassium channels can lead to the depolarization of cell membrane, which can lead to the opening of the calcium channels. Opening of the calcium channel lead to the influx of the calcium inside the cell, which can lead to the hypercalcemia inside the cell due to increase the level of the calcium, which can lead to the exocytosis of the stored vesicle of the insulin. In this way, storage granules of the insulin release the insulin from the beta cells of the Langerhans. This is the mechanism of the how the increased glucose uptake level can cause the release of the insulin. Increased level can cause the increase the level of the ATP. Increase the level of the ATP can cause the closing of the activated sensitive potassium channels. By closing of the activated potassium channels, depolarization cell membrane, which can lead to the opening of the calcium channels. Opening of the calcium channels lead to the entry of the calcium inside the cell, which can lead to the exocytosis or release of the insulin from the storage vesicles in the pancreas and the release of the insulin. This is the mechanism of the release of the insulin by the increased level of the glucose. Where the insulin, it is metabolized normally 60% by the endogenous and 30 to 40% exogenous insulin by the liver, where a kidney also responsible for the clearing of the insulin 35 to 40%, where the 60% by the exogenous insulin, outside insulin, where the half-life of the insulin 3 to 5 minutes on the circulating insulin, where the source of the insulin can be occur from the beef, pork insulins. Also, it can be occur from the recombinant technology from the human, and that is the human by inserting the human proinsulin gene into the E. coli, and they used to form the human insulin molecules. Where the mechanism action of the insulin bind to the insulin receptor, which phosphorize the tyrosine kinase. Insulin is a substrate of a phosphoinositide triphosphate kinase, which can lead to the transport of the glucose transport protein in the cell membrane, which is lead to the increase the uptake of the glucose, and this which can be used as a glycogen storage, formation glycogen, protein and lipid synthesis by insulin receptors, which can stimulate the tyrosine kinase enzyme, which can lead to the motivation of the glucose transport 4 protein in the cell membrane. This glucose transport protein is responsible for the entry of the glucose from outside to inside, which can lead to the increase the level of the glucose inside, and the increased level of glucose inside can be utilized by the glycogen stage, by the protein synthesis, and for the lipid synthesis. That's the action of the insulin. Finally, insulin can cause the promote of glycogen synthesis and storage, promote the peripheral uptake of the glucose in the skeletal muscles. Also, multiple effect on the proteins in the lipolysis and lipogenesis can be occur. Also, enhance the DNA synthesis and cell growth and division occur. Insulin, already told you, can be given by the portable pen. Insulin can be given by the subcutaneous, most preferred route. In the emergency, we can given by the IV route, but rarely in some condition we can use the IM route, but mainly it is given by the subcutaneous route, where the continuous subcutaneous insulin infusion devices are available, which can be used commonly in the European countries, and the persons who are rich economically, they can be used these type of the instruments, devices, where the inhaled insulin can be also available in the powder shop available, which can be used inhaled, but most commonly injectable form given by the subcutaneous route. Complication of the insulin therapy or insulin. Insulin, one of the commonest complication of insulin, it can cause the hypoglycemia. Low blood sugar occur when the balance between insulin, food and exercise is disturbed. Symptoms of the mild hypoglycemia include hunger, nervousness, and the fast heart rate. More serious hypoglycemia can lead to the confusion, even loss of the consciousness, hypoglycemic coma, and if not managed properly, death can be occur, excessive sweating can be occur. So some symptoms which are related by the hypoglycemia, that headache can be occur, anxiety can be occur, tachycardia can be occur, confusion, mental disturbance can be occur with the hypoglycemia. What type can be? Diaphoresis, excessive sweating can be occur. Also the shakiness can be occur. Increase the desire for the food, increase the appetite can be occur with the hypoglycemia. Also blurring of the vision, weakness, phenomena of fatigue can be occur in the complication of hypoglycemia of the insulin therapy, or oral hypoglycemia can be produced these type of the sign and symptoms. Along the insulin therapy, lipodystrophy, either the atrophy or hypertrophy can be occur at the injection site, and the hypersensitivity reaction can be occur by the different preparation of the insulin, because insulin can be produced by the pork or beef, can be produced from the E. coli, the yeast. So impurities can be occur by the manufacturer fault, which can cause the hypersensitivity reaction. Immunopathology can be occur, especially the IgA, D, E, GM. Insulin allergy urticaria can be occur due to the release of the histamine. Lipodystrophy can be occur at the site of the injection. These are the complications of the insulin therapy along the sign and symptom which can be produced by the hypoglycemia. Increased cancer risk can be occur with the insulin therapy. Commercial oral form of the insulin are the DNA production technique, amino acid sequence, concentration, solubility, time of onset, duration, they are differ. Therefore, insulin, they are classified in the broad heading rapid acting and short acting, intermediate acting, and the long acting insulin preparations. This show the different type of the insulin. Insulin Aspart, insulin Lispro, insulin Glulicin. These are the short acting insulin which has the quicker onset of action within 20 to 30 minutes, and they have the shorter duration on that, around about 2 to 4 hours. Whereas a regular insulin is also the short acting insulin. Its onset of action hello, वालेकुम, good morning अदा, जी अदा, हाँ जी, हाँ गालाएं पे अदा, हाँ अदा गालाएं पे हो, हेलो, हेलो, जी सर, हाँ जी ताहिर भाई, हाँ बोलें ताहिर भाई। हफ्ते के दिन, ये कल परसों, अच्छा महबूब साहब ने, अच्छा 11 बजे, चले इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे, ठीक है सर, ठीक है सर, ठीक और so another type of the insulin which is called the intermediate insulin, that's the NPH insulin. Its onset of action is around about 2 to 4 hours, and duration actually is around about the 12 to 14 hours. Where the third group of the drug is the insulin determer, insulin gargulin, and insulin deliguate. These are the long-acting insulin. Their onset of action is slow, whereas their duration action long. So insulin, they are classified on the basis of the duration: short-acting insulin, intermediate NPH insulin, and the long-acting insulins. Rapid-acting insulin include the insulin lispro, insulin aspart, and insulin glycerin, where the short-acting insulin, regular insulin, promote insulin, where the intermediate insulin, the isofen insulin, neutral, potamine, Hegman insulin, or insulin zinc, they are the intermediate, where the long-acting insulins, they are the insulin zinc, insulin preparation, insulin detamer, insulin deliguate, insulin gargling. Whereas among these, the longest acting insulin is the insulin, longest acting insulin, insulin degludec, is a sometimes class separate, is ultra long acting insulin. The duration action is 42 hours compared with the 24-hour on the other insulin preparation. So insulin degludec is the longest acting insulin preparation. Insulin, they are used, rapid-acting and short-acting, they are used at the meal time, whereas a long-acting insulin and the combination of intermediate insulin, they are provide basal cover overnight or background coverage in between the meal time. So especially the short-acting, rapid-acting drugs, they are prefer given at the meal time, before just 10 to 15 minutes before the meal, after the meal, or where the intermediate long-acting insulin, they are given in the between the meal time for the provide the basal cover over the night and background coverage. These are the preparation rapid-acting insulin, rapid-acting insulin, rapid-acting insulin. Slight change in the structure of the insulin can be produced a different type of the rapid-acting, short-acting, long-acting insulins. Regular insulin, identical to human insulin, gene made by the recombinant DNA technology by acting on the peaked effect of the regular insulin 2 to 3 hours after subcutaneous injection. Effect within the 30-minute duration is 5 to 8 hours. In wild cell figure to dimer, then with the zinc to hexamers, to the hexameric nature causes delay onset and prolonged time of the peak action occur. Use 30 to 45 minutes before meal. Meal can be used IV in the diabetic ketoacidosis and after the surgery for maintenance of the blood sugar in the diabetic patients. NPH insulin, neutral, potamine, Hegman, or isofen insulin, absorption and onset of action delayed with the potamine. Onset is 2 to 5 and duration 4 to 8 hours. Insulin gargling, they are the long-acting insulin. Insulin determiner, also the long-acting insulin. Terminal theolin is dropped from P30 and mastic acid is attached to the terminal B20 lysine. Modification of the availability of the insulin by increase both the self-aggregation, subcutaneous and reversible albumin binding. Dose depends on onset action is 1 to 2 hours. Duration is lasts for the 12 hours. Can be used twice daily. Whereas the combination of the rapid-acting and short-acting drugs are also available depending on the condition of the patients, like the insulin gargling, insulin are clear solutions. Premix information of the 70 to 30% of NPH in the regular insulin, or the 50 to 50% of NPH in the regular insulin, where Lispro aspart can be mixed the NPH insulin, where the intermediate insulin designated NPL, neutral potamine lysomer, and NPL potamine premix with the 52 and 70 35%. Another, after the insulin, another injected form is a amylin analog. Amylin is a hormone that is co-secreted with insulin from the beta cells following the food intake from the pancreas. Function of the amylin is to delay the gastric empty, decrease the post-product glucagon secretion, improve satiety. They have all the incretin action except stimulation of the insulin. Peramylitide is only clinically available amylin analog, synthetic amylin analog in the clinical use. Peramylintide is indicated in adjunct to mealtime insulin therapy in patients with type 1 and type 2 diabetes mellitus. Administered by the subcutaneous injection immediately before meal. When peramylintide is initiated as a drug therapy, the dose of the mealtime insulin should be decreased by 50% to avoid the risk of the production of the hypoglycemia. Related side effect of this is they can cause the nausea, anorexia, and vomiting can be occur. Side effect of nausea, anorexia, vomiting, and pyralamide do not mix with the same syringe of the insulin, and also they should not be used if the patient has diabetic gastroparesis. Already there is a delay of the stomach empty. Serial hypersensitivity patient or the hypoglycemic unawareness patient, means a comatic patient, drowsy patient, pyralamide should not be used. Pyralamide suppresses the glucagon release via unknown mechanism, delay gastric empty, and a CNS mediated anaerotic effects. Rapidly absorbed after subcutaneous administration, should be injected immediately before eating or before meal. Adverse effect can be hypoglycemia, nausea, vomiting, anorexia can be occur. Another group of the drugs, the glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor agonist. Exenatide was the first incretin therapy to become available for treatment of diabetes. Used subcutaneously 60 minutes before meal. Side effect nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can be occur. Another group of the glucagon-like peptide GLP-1 agonist is the liraglutide, is a long-acting synthetic glycogen-like polypeptide 1 analog. Interact with the GLP-1 receptor act to increase the insulin and decrease the glucagon release. Side effect of the liraglutide is the headache, nausea, and diarrhea. So amylin analog, they are used for the used by parental use. Glucagon-like polypeptide receptor agonist, they are also used by parental route. Along the insulin, they are also used by the parental route. Another group of the drug, that's the oral hypoglycemic agents, drugs which given by the orally, and this is a list of the oral hypoglycemic agents. They are further subdivided into categories. One group is a sulfonylurea, like the glyburide and the glipizide. These are belong to the sulfonylurea. Second group of the glenadides, repaglitide, netiglenide. Third group is the bigonides. Fourth group is the thiazolidinediones, pioglitazone, rosiglitazone. Fifth group is the alpha glucose inhibitor like the acarbose. Sixth group is the dipeptidyl peptidase inhibitor, allogliptin, linagliptin, sexagliptin, sestagliptin. Seventh group, the sodium glucose co-transporter inhibitors, enagliflozone, dapagliflozone, empagliflozone. And other agents can be also used, both are like the bromocriptine, which is a dopamine agonist, and the cholestyramine, which is a bile acid secretin. They are also the also the other drugs can be used as a anti-hyperglycemic agent, whereas sulfonylurea and glenides, these are the drugs which can cause the increase the secretion of the insulin from the beta islet cells, where the rest of the drugs do not cause the secretion of the increased insulin from the beta islet cell, but their action is different from the desulfonylurea and glenides. So other way of the classification of oral hypoglycemic drugs is the drugs which can cause the increase the secretion of the insulin from the beta cells of the pancreas. That is called the insulin secretagogues drugs, and these are the sulfonylureas, and the other one the glenites, in which the meglitinoid and the D-phenylalanine derivative are included. Where is a other group of the drugs which are the euglycemic agents, means do not produce the secretion of the insulin, but they can slightly modify the secretion, but do not enhance the, and therefore do not produce the hypoglycemia, where the insulin secretogenase side effect of these is that can produce the hypoglycemia, where the euglycemic agent do not produce the hypoglycemia because they do not increase the secretion of the insulin from the pancreas cell. And these are the bigonoids, thiazolonamide, thiazolidinone, and the other drugs which are also used as oral hypoglycemic agents but do not produce are the alpha glucoside inhibitor, bile acid binding secretins, dipeptidyl peptidase inhibitors, dopamine 2 receptor agonists, sodium glucose co-transporter inhibitors. Sodium glucose co-transporter 2 inhibitors increase the excretion of the glucose by urine, decrease the reuptake of the glucose from the renal tubules by blocking the sodium glucose, where the dopamine 2 receptor agonist, especially the bromocriptine, by unknown mechanism, it decreases the blood glucose level, where dipeptidyl peptidase inhibitor inhibit the enzyme which is responsible for the glycogen production and also increase the level of the glucose that will be inhibited, which can be bile acid secretins, also decrease the blood glucose level, especially they are the anti-hyperlipidemic drugs, but along with that they can be also the anti-hyperglycemic. But the alpha glucose inhibitor like the acarbose can decrease the absorption of the glucose-like content or sugar content from the GIT in the systemic circulation. So one group is that is a secretin insulin secretion, that is the sulfonylureas. First, they are classified in the first generation, second generation. First generation, the tolbutamide, tolazolamide, chloropromide. Second generation, glipizide, glipramide, glycoside. These are the list of the drugs, first generation, second generation. Mechanism of two generation of the sulfonylurea. First is they increase the insulin release from the pancreas by binding the 140 kDa sulfonylurea receptor, inhibit the influx of the potassium ion, result in the depolarization, which can lead to the increase the calcium content inside the cell, which can lead to the increase the release of the insulin from the storage vesicle. And another reduction of serum also occur with the, that is a mechanism. On the one end, they increase the secretion of the insulin, on the other end, they decrease the production of the glucagon concentration, which may become hypoglycemic. First generation tolbutamide well absorbed but rapidly metabolized. Half-life is 4 to 5 hours. Duration 6 to 12 hours. Due to short half-life, it is safest sulfonylureas. Whereas the chloropromide slowly metabolized. Half-life is 32 hours. Long-acting duration 60 hours. Due to prolonged hypoglycemic contraindicated in elderly patient. Whereas the tolazamide more slowly absorbed. Half-life is more 77 hours and duration 10 to 14 hours. Whereas sulfonylurea, especially first generation, can be produced diacumarone, phenylbutazone, sulfonamide inhibit the metabolism of these drugs, which result in prolonged hypoglycemic effect. Whereas a side effect like that sulfonylurea can cause the jaundice, leukopenia, and cardiac disease can be occur with the sulfonylureas. Whereas a sulfonylurea, they are contraindicated renal hepatic insufficient patient. With the second generation glipizide metabolized the liver, single morning dose is required because it has a longer duration action. Where the glipizide are short half-life, 30 minutes before breakfast, can absorption delay with the food. Where the glipizide used once daily, lowest dose of the sulfonylurea 1 to 8 milligram, longer duration, half-life is a. Whereas side effect later of the second generation, low blood sugar or hypoglycemia can be occur, upset the GIT can be occur, skin rashes, the itching can be, and one of the side effects of the sulfonylurea, that weight can occur. Whereas a renal and hepatic insufficiency can be lead to the decrease the use of the sulfonylurea, use the vacation in cardiovascular disease. Where the non-sulfonylureas, that is a secrodenine, includes a meglitide, help the pancreas produce insulin, are so-called the short-acting secretogenase. They act on the same potassium channel as sulfonylurea, but at the different sites. They block the potassium channel. By closing the potassium channels of pancreas, they increase the calcium channels, which can lead to the increase the calcium inside, which can lead to the increase the release of the insulin from the cell. They are taken with or shortly before meal to boost up the insulin response to each meal. If meal is skipped, the medication also should be skipped. The members of this meglitide are the repaglycinide and the neteglycinide. Adverse reaction, weight gain, and the hypoglycemia can be occur. The repaglycinide releases insulin by the regulating potassium influx. By blocking the potassium channels, increase the calcium influx and increase the secretion of insulin. Where the neteglycinide release the insulin very rapidly from there to the closer ATP sensitive potassium channels. Restore normal insulin secretion may suppress glucagon release early in the meal and result in the less endogenous hepatic glucose production. Amplify includes insulin secretory response to glucose, has diminished the effect on the normoglycogen. Neta a special role in the treatment of postprandial hyperglycemia, but minimal effect on the overnight and fasting glucose level. Absorb within 20 minutes, peace concern in 1 hour. Use prior to the meal, safe in the reduction of the renal function, instead of the hypoglycemia in the lowest, all of the secretogenase. So this was all about the drugs which has the secrogenic properties, increase the level of the insulin, bigonides, and metclinides. Another group is a non-secret, there's a bigonides. We will be continue from this on the next lecture. Now there is open. Before this, I make one announcement that on the next lecture of the Tuesday at 8:30, I will take the test from the students, and topic of the test will be, the topic included diabetes mellitus, which we already done up to now, and also the autoquads. That's related to the autoquads, antihistamine, prostaglandin, serotonin. So test will be conducted from the autoquads, and also the topic which we cover up to now, that is the diabetes mellitus. So Billy, खामोश से सुन लो, क्योंकि on the Tuesday you have the test. And also we can see your number and roll number on the screen, who's opening the mic and who is closing the mics. So be careful. So on the Tuesday you have the test. So all of the students should write down your name, roll number, date on the plain paper, and make that 20 boxes, 20 question boxes of the, and write down the question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, up to the 20 questions, and make another box for reply of the answer, either A, B, C, which one you feel the correct one. And also we will give the, I will give you the short essay questions. And at the end of the test, it is a responsibility of all the students that they within 5 minutes, they submit their answer sheet, either email, which is given on the first page. My email address are given on the first page, 2 email address are given the first slide, either given by my WhatsApp, on my WhatsApp number. So within 5 minutes, each student should submit the paper. Clear? Any student, if any have any doubt, it is a most welcome regarding the test. And then I will give you the assignment, which will be also submitted within a time period. So on next Tuesday at 8:30, along the completion of this remaining lecture, you have the test. Topics are the diabetes mellitus up to now, which we completed, and also the autoquats, serotonin, histamine, prostaglandins. So these are the topics included in the test. Any question, any query, any doubt among any student, most welcome.
सर टॉपिक रिपीट कर दीजिए सर टेस्ट के।
जी बेटे, क्या कह रही हो?
सर टॉपिक रिपीट कर दें टेस्ट के प्लीज सर।
टॉपिक रिपीट कर दूं बेटे?
जी सर।
टॉपिक बेटे हैं कि ऑटोक्वाट्स में इंक्लूड सेरोटोनिन, ठीक है ना, प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन एंड हिस्टामिन, ठीक है ना। हिस्टामिन स्पेशली H1. I am not concerned the H2. I am concerned the topic which taken by.
Okay sir, thank you so much sir.
Topic which is taken by me, histamine, autoquats, and the diabetes mellitus. Every student should write her name, roll number, date on the paper and prepare the paper according to question number 1 box. हाँ बेटे पूछे। हाँ बेटे।
बस सर ये पूछना था कि पेजेस पे बना के उसके पिक्स आपको सेंड करेंगे।
हाँ बेटे, जो पेजेस पे आप लिखोगे ना बेटे, ठीक है ना, जैसे ही टेस्ट खत्म होगी, एट द एंड ऑफ द टेस्ट all of you should take the picture of that, send it by either by WhatsApp, either send it to the email, whatever you feel comfortable. Clear?
Okay.
Anyone else? Any other question? And it is request to all you students that inform to the every and each student. This is a responsibility of CR. Where is CR? CR? ACR. Can you hear me? CR and ACR. CR. हाँ, CR, ACR.
सर मैं हूँ CR, राबिया.
You are Rabia. 135.
जी सर.
हाँ बेटे Rabia. Did you hear? Okay, on the Tuesday you have the test at the 8:30.
Okay sir.
Inform to the all this.
और दोबारा कंफर्म कर देना ताकि फिर वो गर्ल्स बार-बार पूछती हैं, तो जो गर्ल्स प्रेजेंट नहीं है उन्हें भी बता दूंगी मैं अच्छे से।
हाँ तो बेटे वही बता रहा हूँ, टॉपिक बता रहा हूँ ना, तो डायबिटीज जो अब आज तक लेक्चर हुआ है, टॉपिक विच इज कंप्लीट, एंड आल्सो द ऑटोक्वाट्स ड्रग्स, प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स, हिस्टामिन्स H1 and the autoquats serotonin, which the lectures which taken by me in the previous days, these are included in this test. Clear बेटे? ठीक है राबिया बेटे?
है ना, काफी सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स होते हैं तो उसमें जो है ना वो घूम सारी जो इसमें आगे फिक्स हो जाती है, तो एक बार आप दोबारा सेंड कर सकते हैं क्या अपने लेक्चर?
बेटे मैं ये ना व्हाट्सएप पे ना, ये आपका ग्रुप है, ये कौन सा K19?
जी सर मैं आपको मैसेज करती हूँ, आप भले मुझे कर दें, मैं आगे सबको फॉरवर्ड कर दूंगी। मेरा अपना असाइनमेंट
सर
वहां से आगे पीछे कहीं नहीं होंगे।
हाँ हरा है ना, बोले 126 बोले।
BCQ टेस्ट होगा या रिटन या वाइवा?
बेटे वाइवा तो नहीं होगा बेटे, BCQ टेस्ट होगा, सिलेक्ट द बेस्ट वन होगा, उसके बाद शार्ट ए से भी होगा।
ओके सर।
शार्ट ए से भी होगा और BCQ सिलेक्ट द बेस्ट वन होगा, मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन नहीं होगा, सिलेक्ट द बेस्ट वन होगा। हाँ हेरा, ठीक है? Anyone else? If any student have any confusion? No, there is no any confusion. So it is a clear bete to everyone. I will also upload it on the K19 topics related to the test. Priya 130. हाँ बेटे पूछे प्रिया।
सर
जी
सर अगर अभी रिसेंटली मैं आपको टेक्स्ट कर रही हूँ व्हाट्सएप पे। सर मैंने आपको लास्ट टाइम भी टेक्स्ट किया था, बट आई थिंक आपने मेरा टेक्स्ट देखा नहीं। काइंडली आप मुझे वहां रिप्लाई कर देंगे थोड़ा, क्योंकि आपने लास्ट टाइम में सीआर कौन है, तो मैंने रिप्लाई किया था, बट आपने मुझे, शायद आप बिजी होंगे तो आपने मुझे
नहीं नहीं
रिप्लाई
बेटे,
नहीं किया।
बेटे मैंने पढ़ा था, आपने बताया था मैं एसीआर हूँ, शायद ऐसी कुछ कहा था
जी
कुछ।
सर।
हाँ तो एसीआर कहा था, तो बस एसीआर हो तो ठीक है। और आपने कहा था आई एम कंसर्न विद द शायद असाइनमेंट, ऐसी कोई बात थी।
जी जी सर। जी जी सर।
तो जब अभी असाइनमेंट की बात आ जाएगी तो इट इज बेटर टू इन्फॉर्म ऑन द ऑल द स्टूडेंट ऑन द नेट, ठीक है ना बेटे?
जी सर।
ठीक है ना?
और
बाकी
सर फिर आप असाइनमेंट देंगे हम स्टूडेंट्स को बनाने के लिए?
बेटे असाइनमेंट जनरली देंगे, वो भी असाइनमेंट भी सबमिट करानी पड़ेगी, ठीक है ना बेटे? वो भी मैं आपको दूंगा, ठीक है ना?
ठीक
पहले
है
तो
सर।
ये ट्यूसडे को टेस्ट हो जाए, उसमें 20 बीसीक्यू होंगे, ठीक है ना?
जी सर।
बेस्ट चॉइस
जी
क्वेश्चन,
सर।
और शॉर्ट टेस्ट उसमें होगा, ठीक है ना?
जी सर।
और विद इन 5 minutes it is a responsibility of the each and every student that within 5 minutes they should submit either by WhatsApp, either by email to me.
सर अगर मैं थोड़ा,
जी
सर
जान,
अगर आप व्हाट्सएप पे, मैं आपसे थोड़ा बात करना चाहती हूँ इसी टेस्ट से रिलेटेड।
ठीक है बेटे, मैं आता हूँ, थोड़ी ये लेक्चर खत्म कर दे तो फिर मैं आ जाता हूँ, ठीक है बेटे?
ठीक है सर।
कोई और कोई क्वेरी, कोई इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए बेटे तो मोस्ट वेलकम।